A good neighbor to nearby downtown Phoenix. We're at State Farm Stadium here in Glendale, Arizona. Five weeks come and gone, and we're off in Week 6 on EA Sports. To return, Jerome Ford. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Jacobs gets it to start the drive. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you're going to be a Pro Bowler.
To the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Going run again with Jacobs. And it's a nice gain on the run, aided by that broken tackle. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
This dude was just not going to be stopped. Not by the first defender. Heck, not even by the second one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this beast down.
Ball at the 33 for 1st down. They stick with Jacobs. And they bring him down. He managed to get a couple across the 35 to the 36. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, will largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
This one is hit by a defender and winds up incomplete. David Njoku, the guy he was looking for. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
I'll tell you what, Kate, that's a really nice play in coverage. That linebacker looking like a cornerback on that play. Perhaps those cover guys could take some notes on how to stay in position and, most importantly, swat that pass away.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up. The Browns are lined up to punt. And this will bring a drive that had some promise to a disappointing end. He was only needed twice in last week's win, and he gets this one away. And this one ventures out of play on the fly. The question is where it's marked. Looks like they'll say the 17-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Drive starts with a quick throw left, complete. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it'll be 1st down, Arizona.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
On the ground, this is Trey Benson. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that's a Cardinals 1st down. New set of downs for him at the 38.
1st and 10. 38-yard line.
Move. Hey.
Slot man motioned over. Now Murray on the play fake. Searches from the pocket. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
And that's good for a gain of 5. Greg Newsome bringing that play to an end. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Hey, Larry! 2-2.
Murray to throw here on 3rd. That's caught for the first. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Murray here on 1st down. A lot of guys there, and it's intercepted. Grant Delpit in to pick it off. Not the auspicious debut they'd certainly hoped for on that opening drive. The coverage, impressive, taking their first possession away with that interception.
Hey, it is tough to play a clean game in this league. The caliber defenders are awesome. You just hope that eventual missteps happen at a less meaningful moment than your opening series. You don't want to make it any harder to get your rhythm and get your passing game going.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Nick Chubb. And he's going to be tackled after getting it up to the 28. Give him 5 on that carry. Bring it up 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, here's Watson. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Left side gets it out quick, and it's caught. And this one does not go far. Corey Bajorquez on the punt. And he'll try to have his 2nd punt top his 1st one. His first effort went 47 yards. Brock looks to have a little more into this one. Begins his return at the 16. And he'll scrape together what he can on the return. He gets it back to the 20. Officially a 69-yard punt. What a kick. And it'll be caught. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Hey! Green.
Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They pick up 20 yards there. And it'll be 1st down, Arizona.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
That's 1. Deuce. 1-1.
Man in motion, out of the slot.
Omaha. 1-1.
On 1st and 10, it's Murray. Rolling left, buying some time. Throw is there, Trey McBride. How about 29 yards on 1st down? And a fresh set of downs on its way. 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Cardinals. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. On the move, headed right. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Hey, Ace.
Another Cardinals.
Big Ace.
2-yard line.
Back to the air, Murray. And they take this in for the score. The Cardinals take a 6-0 lead in the first quarter. It's a Kyler Murray touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And the Cardinals will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Cardinals kicking team out, and they'll put a charge into this one. Here's Ford on the return. They'll bring him down on the return as he gets this to the 33.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Hand off here to Jacobs. And he's brought down for a loss. We will not get another play in here. That's going to do it. We're ready now for the second quarter. Browns in control of it. They have second and pretty long here. Into the hands of Tillman, complete. They drop him with a big hit. At least he's able to hold on for the game, but boy, Brock, what a shot. Lays out left side and gets it. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Oh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete.
I think I could see his eyes from the booth. He was envisioning the return and simply dropped it. You got to secure the pick before anything else.
Sticking to the air with Watson. That one complete to Njoku. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with first and goal.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
They'll break the huddle and come up on first and goal. From the red zone now. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. He's off to the races. He's at midfield. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. And the Cardinals will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
I don't know about you, but I'm a little surprised that one didn't make it all the way back for 6. Took some amazing effort from the guys making the tackle to save a touchdown.
And he gets in. Touchdown. The Cardinals pull out in front further. 13-zip. Trey Benson, the touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Cardinals double their lead to 14. The Cardinals kicking team out, and they'll put a charge into this one. Here's Ford on the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. They're out and set, first and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. After the sack, another pass on second down. Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. Max Melton with the INT. And the Cardinals get the It's his third interception of this season. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
Benson scores. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals parlay the interception into points. Trey Benson, the touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
That one splits the uprights. And the Cardinals stretch their lead to 21. The Cardinals kicking team out, and they'll put a charge into this one. Here's Ford on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. A give to Jacobs on the inside handoff. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Jacobs running behind center. And he's swallowed up in the middle. No gain on the run. That's Baron Browning who makes the stop. Stuck to the ground, but nothing gained that time, and it brings up 3rd and 7.
Where one defender failed, while his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Complete over the middle. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down. That's incomplete on 4th down, and they'll turn over possession.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
Has him on the quick hitter. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of them, and you go out and execute.
All right, set now. 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Short pass brought in. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
That brings us to the 2-minute warning at Glendale. It's the Cardinals facing 2nd and 5. Kyler looking to throw. That's an incomplete pass. Couldn't find a home there.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Shotgun now on third down. They touch him down as he finds enough to pick up the first.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
Benson runs it in. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals boat racing them to the halftime locker room. Trey Benson, the touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Cardinals continue piling onto this lead. The Cardinals kicking team out, and they'll put a charge into this one. Here's Ford on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. From the gun, Watson. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And the Cardinals grab it! Well, that didn't take long, Brock. One play, and they're back out there.
Well, that's how a defense can make you awfully happy as an offensive player, especially when you screw it up and you fumble. The defense picks up that offense and puts them right back on the field.
A chance to pay off their defense's effort as they start out first and goal. Benson is in for the Arizona touchdown. The Cardinals boat racing them to the halftime locker room. Trey Benson, the touchdown. His third of the game on the ground. That one splits the uprights. And the Cardinals grow their lead yet again. The Cardinals kicking team out, and they'll put a charge into this one. Here's Ford on the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. Drive starts out with a first and 10. Working from the gun, Watson. Misfire there, couldn't connect. No luck finding his receiver that time. And now they face second down. Back to the air, Watson. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free, incomplete.
Well, that was almost one of those nice choke plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
They send a man in motion. They'll throw on third and long. That one's caught along the left sideline. And he's out of bounds past midfield. They get 28 out of that play. And that gives the Browns a first. To throw, here's Watson. Throw reeled in by Njoku. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Here's Watson, first and 10. To the ground it goes, that's incomplete.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
Second down, Watson throwing again. Chased out to his right. That's low and bounces short of his man. Intended target there was David Njoku. So now it's going to be third and long. Watson to throw it. That's caught for the first. That's a Cleveland touchdown. On comes Dustin Hopkins to try the extra point. Bit off with his aim, but that point after is good. And the Browns cut the lead down to a more manageable. Hopkins has it on the tee, and he's ready to send it flying. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line. First and 10, Murray. Getting out to his left. He takes it himself.
Well, you don't get the first down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right, they win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
Operating from the gun, here's Murray. He puts some power on a deep one left. This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals get more points to end a lopsided first half. Amari Cooper, the touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Cardinals tack on 7 more to their lead. The Cardinals kicking team out, and they'll put a charge into this one. Here's Ford on the return. Good looking return here, and he's got room. And he's out of bounds at the 45-yard line. They'll take that every time. Great field position to begin this drive.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
Back to throw it. He throws a bullet to the center of the field. They connect on the deep shot. And he flips the field for them before being taken down. Now, just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense, and they can try for some points going into the break. One last play before the break. A final throw before the break. Oh, no, they get him yet again. Jalen Thompson makes the play. The 50. 30. Gets the 10. And he takes this one back for the pick six. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running it back, scans the field for a lane, then the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
That one splits the uprights. And the Cardinals continue adding on to that lead. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Huard with you as we're about set to begin the third quarter. Hopkins has it on the tee and is ready to send it flying. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half.